briefly touched on 2 breakdowns, right? One of them, we were gonna collect a wrist and hook an ankle, right? Okay, the other one was taking the knee out, posting out the elbow, collapsing them, right? Second one we did, okay? We get a guy flat, we're there. Me personally, I'm on top, I'm really big, and I'm 95% of the time I'm wrestling, I look like a frog. Okay? When I mean that, my toes are wide, my knees are wide. That's just me. Okay? This widens my hips. This allows me, just give me a referee's pitch, okay? You know, if nothing else, I've got two corners covered. Okay? I can pinch with my knees when I need. Okay? I'm pretty much a knees wide guy all the time, as much as I can. Okay? We're gonna start, we have the guy flat, because we've worked on some breakdowns. Okay, now I want you to sideways, spin the feet, boom. Okay, we have our 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember that, right? Okay. I have 90% of my weight focused on his hips. I take my hip bone, and I used to kind of focus right here on his hip bone, but I find a lot of people, that's not enough for them. So think about keeping the top of your hip bone just above his hips, so that, you know, we're in between this joint and this joint, and the weight is carried between the joints. So it's like a sagging bridge, okay? You know, it's in the middle of that load, and I have all my weight on his hips, or most of it, which should allow me to have 4 weapons, 4 and a half, including my head, to attack. Okay? And we talked about that at the very beginning. I'm not here to ride you. You know, I'm here to pin you. And if I'm not pinning you, I'm racking up points. And if I'm not racking up points, I'm putting you in a lot of pain. One of the 3 options, or maybe a combination of all 3. Okay? But I'm not sitting here on top of you, wasting time till the period's over. This is my opportunity to beat you up. Okay? And we can do that. You know, but you gotta learn how to do it. Okay? So I have a couple positioning things I think are huge. One of them is this back leg that's splitting his legs. Okay, my hips on him, my chest is up. This foot, notice how my toe, I only have 1 toe on the mat, don't I? Actually 2 total. My big toes are the only ones that are on the mat when I'm on top here, when he's flat. My knees are out, my toes are wide. I have 1 toe I'm pushing off. And a lot of time that's all I need, just to use enough pressure to move them just off my calf muscle. Just by, you know, using my calf. I don't need to take, and I'm gonna drag my heel and I'm gonna keep this knee occupied. Or even better, I might split his legs, just keep his legs split. Why would I bother spending any time keeping his legs split?
Can't base up.
What's that?
So he can't base up.
Yeah. You know, it was the opposite of pinching it, wasn't it? Remember we pinched it last time? You know, it's pretty hard to, guys got weight on you, your knees are as wide as you can get to build your base back up, right? And if he wants to do something stupid, I'll have some options, and you'll see them, okay? You know, me, number 1, I got a leg in already if he wants to play around there, okay? The other position I'd like you to, you know, eventually get a little bit comfortable with here, if you can, is my shoulder is up over his head. And it almost has to be to have my hip up above his hip. Okay, if I'm up back here, first thing that happened, my butt came up, didn't it? Okay, first thing that came up. If I'm down here, shoulder to shoulder, 2 things. My hip is now below his hip. And just as important, now I'm reaching for his head. Okay? The more I get extended, the more I have to reach, the weaker I get. Up here, I'm pretty powerful. I don't care who you are, I can bend that head and move it. Okay? This head goes where I want. I am gonna do my work underneath my shoulders instead of in front of my head. Does that make sense? So if I was to throw a half, I'm doing it right here. If I'm gonna cross face you, I'm doing it right here. I'm not doing it here, and I'm not doing it here. Does that make sense? You guys understand what I'm saying? Okay, I want to be strong. Okay, so there's hope for it. Guys like you and me, right? You know, because you got locked out, right? You're not allowed in there anymore. You're not? But you get hurt.
He was hurt.
He's perpetually hurt.
So you're not allowed in the weight room?
I'm in the way.
Oh, that's what I mean. Looked like I thought you got locked. When I got locked out of the weight room.
He said you look a little skinny, buddy.
So you might want to get in the weight room. Huh?
Where'd you
Okay. Go flat. You know, I want you to spin a little bit this way. Okay. Heads up. Chest up. If my chest is down, my butt's it has to come up. My head's down, my butt has to come up. And you can probably feel the difference already, huh? Okay. I get my head and chest up. Feel the difference? Feel my weight transfer to your hips. Okay, I'm here. My toes are out. My knees are wide. Okay, I'm up here. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3 or 4 weapons that I can use. Okay, if I want to get a leg in, that's no problem. There's my leg. Okay, I want to cradle them. That's probably what we're going to do right now. Okay, I can cradle them. I can turk them. I can get a bar every day of the week right here. Okay, and I can also inflict a lot of discomfort, which is fun. Okay, I can make him grunt. That's awesome. Okay, so with that being said, where's my shoulder want to be? On his hips. Yeah, anatomy lesson on the hip. Okay, I don't want to reach up for it. And some of you guys, your body type's going to make it a little easier for you to do that. Some of you guys might have to slide up a little more than but you'll if you do it enough, you'll make it your own. You'll figure it out. Okay. But you guys do hip heist, high leg drills. You know them, so you guys are familiar with high legs and hip heists, right? Okay. This is where that skill set's going to be really beneficial to you, because half this stuff's going to work because I'm going to take 2 steps and you're in trouble instead of 15. Kind of like that bar and a half where we cartwheeled. When I was a little kid, it was, okay, run to the other side. By the time you got to the other side, the guy had belly down and turned the other way, right? That case, just, game over, okay? That's what we're going to do here. Like, for this, first thing we're doing is a cradle, okay? And I'm telling you, we were in a tournament last weekend, and I bet you we pinned 15 kids over the weekend. Just common, easy pins. And part of it is because you're going to get really powerful before they realize it, okay? Because we're going to use our whole body. And that's part of, I haven't talked about that a whole lot too, but that's, when we wrestle using our whole body, not just for our waist up. I meant to say that with my breakdowns. I see a lot of guys, they'll do a tight waist chop breakdown, and their knees are on the mat, and they're pulling with their shoulders. They do it from here up. Well, I'm strong. I go to the weight room. But you don't know how to wrestle. Okay? You use your legs. My hands are clamps. I drive, break it down with my legs. I keep a foot in the mat all the time, right? I'm always got pressure. Okay? In this situation, I'm going to use my feet. Because you see it all the time. You see a guy trying to get a cross-face cradle, and they're over there. Well, they're a dumbass. Okay? Not thinking. Okay, we're smarter than that, right? Okay, so here, I'm just going to go here. Okay, guys, I'm wrestling him. He's not going to lay there because I'm going to beat his head up, right? There's a wrist already. Okay, but I've already cradled you. Why? Okay, if nothing else. If I can't, if he's going to tuck his elbows here, this is the easiest cradle in the world. Right? And that's the easiest cradle in the world. You're smarter than that, I hope, right?
It's debatable. It's debatable.
You wearing that hockey helmet to school?
Yeah. He likes to the purple as his favorite color.
Okay, that's just one. But
Favorite flavor.
let me use you for a little bit so he can see, because he obviously needs to probably see it. Okay, just go flat. Head up.
He's a chip off the old block.
Okay, right here. This guy's gonna be wrestling. He's got to try to build his base. Okay. If go ahead and try to build up a little bit right there. Boom. Look at my open hand. Okay. I'm gonna walk and shoot gun. I'm gonna do two things at once. Okay. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna punch his elbow forward. Okay. At the same time, I'm attacking his head. Okay. Now, is his head under my shoulder?
Yes.
Okay. You see that? Okay. Now, when I do anything, my feet get involved. My knees were wide, weren't they? I was gonna step up. Okay. And I could probably do it because he's already done it. Wow, you're trying to move to make yourself comfortable, aren't you? I'll post my hand, come up, hip heist. Okay? You're trying to get comfortable on me? Okay? I'm going to hip heist. Okay? I'm going to keep my hip on him. That's why I hip heist. I'm going to hip heist way out front of his head. I'm going to bring my other knee and I'm going to put it right in my elbow. Okay, this foot's coming around to my elbow, and all my weight is on this hand. You guys play football down here, right? Okay? It's 4th and goal and the 1, and I'm not fumbling, and I'm getting a touchdown. His head's right here, and I'm going to take his eyeball, and I'm going to smash it in his kneecap. And I'm trying to do that. Okay?
Nice knowing you, Michael.
And close your eyes. Okay? I want to smash his head. And what am I using? Where's the power coming from?
Legs.
All legs. This is just a clamp. Once again, I'm just holding on with my arms. I'm not, trying to be a tough guy here, strong guy. Okay? So I'm gonna pick him up a half an inch, and I'm gonna run everything to that hand and lock. Okay? Square my hips. Okay? And I'm gonna hit another hip heist. Boom. And I'm gonna keep my hands close to my chin. Okay? And I'm gonna dig my heels in the mat, and I'm just gonna run backwards. Run my feet backwards. Kick out the bottom hip. Okay? I don't need to go back and get hip to hip. I just hip heist, get my heels in the back. Now, I have to keep my hands close to my chin. Okay? Okay? Well, I got to keep my hands as close to my chin as I can. If I do this, I'm not going to be able to run them back. Okay, I got to take my body, get my chin to my hands. Okay, and then dig your heels. So, okay, do it. Why do I bother? There's two answers to this. I get a cross face. Okay, I run his head. I hip heist. There's two reasons why I do it. One is it's quicker, right? It's more efficient. I'm gonna get my feet out there quicker. I'm gonna take 2 steps and probably instead of about 4. Okay? But the other one is when I hip heist, this hip stays right here until my feet get out there, right? And there's weight, and he's not moving while my feet are getting out there because there's weight. And it's gonna be a half a second, but a half a second's a long time in a wrestling match. Okay? So I've split them here, we're wrestling. Okay, go ahead, do it, whatever you want to do here. What would you do? Okay? He's here. Okay? Just pick his head up, get under his chin maybe. Okay, now before I'm gonna do anything right now, okay, I'm gonna run it, step up, I'm gonna run his head to the mat. Okay, now I got a high leg and I got a whole nother set of offense. A high leg, I got my weight on, don't I? Don't I? Hello? Hello? I got my weight on. Okay?
You gotta say it.
I'm here. Okay, this is an easy catch knee. Pick it up. Turn. Okay? That's usually our second option or third option. But it's part of the whole series, right? Okay? What I'd like you to see be able to do is get this cradle down first. Okay? You alright? Good. Get back down there.
no easy stuff.
Okay? Now, I might help myself out here too. What was my right leg supposed to be doing? I was supposed to be kicking his knees apart, stuff like that, right? Okay, so I get the knee out here, and I'm going to bend him a little bit. This guy's back starts getting tight because I got my hip on him. So which ways you want to turn to make yourself feel better? We'll do it. Okay. hip up. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, got my hip in. Oop, I did. Okay, and I'm banging against it. Okay? Drag it. Drag it here. Notice I didn't, see how I pulled his foot over my shoe with my foot? Watch again, he's flat. I brought my other knee with my hip iced, I brought it to him. Bring it to his knee and I'm gonna drag it over my leg. Catch it. Now this time instead of trying to lift his Turk leg with my hand, I'm gonna step off and I'm gonna point that knee to the ceiling. So when I got weight into him, I step off, point my knee up. It lifts the Turk. Okay? See that? This hand just makes sure it doesn't come off. I control it. I pick it up, step through, drop my elbow to the mat, elbow the mat under the head. So now he's underneath me once again, and my elbow to the mat compresses him too. Okay? Our cradle. Maybe I've already tried to. Let me get somebody a little bigger. Let me use you this time. Just so you.
Yeah, Lucas been scot-free.
He's a good dummy.
Okay? That's spin a little bit again. And who wants to be a dummy and needs to be a dummy?
Lucas.
It's Lucas. Hop out here. You need to say you want to feel this.
The dude.
He needs to get a little more flexible, cause
He's stiffy. Okay? Spin a little bit this way. Okay? Hip on him, head up, right? Shoulder where? Okay? So I'm here. Get rid of that post. Foot to mat, drop his head. Okay? Now look. I don't have to. Look what I did with my palm right here. Okay? All you do is put a little weight, push down my hand a little bit. Move your head. Move your head. Yeah, I can hold that, huh? This takes no energy. I'm not burning any energy holding his head. I got some weight on it. I got my hip on it too, don't I? Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, here I'm gonna bend. I can plant, split them. See what I just did with my legs? Go back. Got his knee bent a little bit. I might even kick it back. Plant my hand, split them. Okay? Kick off. Hip iced. Hips go on, I'm in it. Okay? Head's on my shoulder. Elbow to my knee. It's 4th and 1. And I'm gonna drive all my weight to my hand. And then hit my elbows so I get a hand to lock with. Square my hips. Hip iced. Hands close to my chin. Going backwards. And I'm on my heels. So my belt buckle faces up. Okay? Can we do that? Let's go see. I know you're bored to death. Let's go.